Hey, happy new month. I hope October has started well. And if it's not started well, we just started. So there's so much to look forward to. And I think when I was coming in here, I just remembered something I wanted to add at the end, but I was like, maybe let me add it in the beginning. And it's music from the Reconstruction album by Lecrae. And I think I've been meditating upon that album like for the whole of September. And I think it's going to be, how we finish this quarter, like so much intentional, truthful, insightful music in that album. And there's one song called Sober that I find very, sobering. And it made me think of what I want to talk about today, waiting. I'm better sober, sober, clear view on in all my thoughts. Seasons over, over, a million blessings brought, weathering the pain to come, weathering the pain to cope. Hold me close, I know sunny days are meant to come, 'cause rain don't ever last too long. Yeah, so the song is Better Sober. It's actually a very dope video they did with a lady called Madison Ryan Ward. So it's Lecrae and Madison Ryan Ward, Sober from the Reconstruction album. So yeah, so today I wanted to talk about waiting. And yeah, I don't know what you've been waiting for. But when I was thinking back, I was like, there's something I've been waiting for maybe 15, 16 years. My goodness. Don't ask me what, but I've been waiting and I'm still patient. And I know that, if all that time it's been raining, sunny days are yet to come. And just talking about the rain, like the meditation scripture today is actually from Genesis 8. And this is when in the time of when Noah had been told to build the ark. And in Genesis 8, it's now that chapter where things are like, the rain is actually over. And he is now looking out to see like when will the water settle, when will be safe to get out of the ark. And the whole chapter narrates to us that finally the rain was over, and the first sign of hope was they could see the mountain peaks. And I have to credit this passage and meditating on this to my friend. When the month started, like she sent me a happy new month message, and she was like, Genesis 8:5, and I felt like, yeah, it resonates with what I'm trying to understand in terms of the season of waiting. And the title, according to my New King James version, is, for this one I decided to just go old school. The flood waters recede. And that's just going to verse 5. And the waters decreased continually until the 10th month, which is for us October. In the 10th month, on the first day of the month, the tops of the mountains were seen. And yeah, what I was saying, it was the first indicator that, the wait is over. Like, we don't have to be in this ark anymore. We can go out and enjoy life because we can see the mountain peaks. I'm trying to imagine like that. That flood was crazy. Mpaka you can see nothing. And it goes on how Noah sent a raven the first time and to check if things are clear. But the raven, the first time, there was still a lot of water. And then the second time, the raven came with an olive branch, signifying that everything was now okay to come out. And it must have been a long wait for Noah. I'm imagining him with all those animals uko ndani, like the different sounds they make, from the elephants to the chimpanzees, the birds. Like, it's an amalgamation of sounds and smells maybe. Yeah, so, but the wait was over, and he could finally know that I can come out, and we can move forward with life. And like when you think about the season that you feel like you're cooped up somewhere in a situation, or even like a physical place, yeah, maybe it's a workplace, maybe whatever it is, it can feel a bit long, but knowing that we are not working with our own time, man's time, as much as man's time is important, but God's time is better. Like it's more nuanced, and it's more in tune with His destiny for our lives. Because us guys only know of the present right now, me standing here, and the past, what has happened, but the future, we really don't know, but God knows. He has orchestrated it. He knows the fullness of time. So I think waiting is one of those things that makes us understand that we have to really accept the will of God, and we have to combine waiting with patience, which is one of those virtues which is easy to say, hard to do. Like sometimes we just want to arrange things according to our own understanding. So yeah, like the other thing I wanted to say regarding that, which spoke to my spirit last week and maybe this week, regarding waiting, is a story by an actor I really respect, Matthew McConaughey. If you know him, he's done Interstellar, True Detective, Dallas Buyers Club, and he actually won an Oscar for I think Dallas Buyers Club. It's a hard watch, just to put it out there. And the story, it's a podcast I listen to, and I don't know, my algorithm now brought all the podcasts he's done about this season in his life of waiting. And it's the podcast touches about everything about his life, his marriage, his kids, his career, but I'm gonna narrow down to this point in his. It's actually like a bridge between his life and his career, because like the decisions are, one influences the other. So yeah, and then I don't like that podcasts have someone in 5 podcasts in the course of a whole month. So I'm like, I'm not going to watch all the 5 podcasts. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I watched 2 where he was featured by. Kept on. I've been seeing snippets. I think it's the algorithm of him talking about the same thing. So this story of waiting, for me, it's like profound, and I know like sometimes my stories are out there. Maybe this is one of them, but hey, maybe it will speak to you as it spoke to me. So Matthew, for the longest time in his career in Hollywood, he was doing a lot of rom-coms, and he was known to be the rom-com guy. And well, he was okay with being the rom-com guy. He was getting work. He was getting a lot of work, and he was happy with the work. And it got to this juncture where he'd gotten married, and yeah, the wife is called Camila. I don't, lovely name. And they were expecting a child. And at that point in his life, he was like, I don't know if at that point he had also found his faith. I don't think so, but I think the main decision was just connected to him finding this new role as a father and a husband, and wanting to really elevate. And not to say that rom-coms are bad or not interesting. Like myself as a filmmaker, like one of the movies I'm very proud of having done is a rom-com. So, but he was like, he's done so many over the years, the beginning of the career, middle of the career, as now he transitions to this like really intense role in his life as a father and a husband. He wants similar texture in his work life. So he told his agent, Niaji, I am not taking any more rom-coms. I'm gonna take a break, a pause. Yeah, I want to do dramas, and dramas, like, sometimes it could be real life stories, it could be, but they are more intense, they are more, I don't know how to put it, they're a little bit more serious, maybe a little bit more intentional. Just, yeah, dramas are a bit intense. So, and also as an actor, I believe that dramas need you to work a little bit harder. And maybe just to give it context, like for a drama, sometimes if you're doing a story which is a autobiography, like as an actor or actress, you need to really go deep into the character. Like, you have the script which you've been given, but you also have to do your own research. It's not something you're given today and you do it in a couple of months. Like, you need to, the entire team individually, every part of in different departments, you need to do a bit of extra research, because the material is a bit more, it's a bit more harder, for lack of a better word. So yeah, I told the agent I don't want any more rom-coms. And they waited 5 months. Everything is, nobody is giving him anything else. Just wrong. He's saying no. 10 months, no. 12 months, no. And I don't know at what point between the 10, he actually had to wait 20 months before he got the drama role that he was looking forward to. But in between, I think month 10 and 20, there's a rom-com deal that came. And they were like, this one, you have to take it. We're going to entice you the best way we know how, dollar bills. So they started, I think, at $8 million for that rom-com, and then it's like, no. And then they upped it to $10 million. It was like, still no. And then they got to, I think, 13. It was still like, no, I'm not taking a rom-com. I've already made a decision. And then they came back. They were like, we want to give you $14.5 million. Yani, I went to, when I had that part, I went and calculated that. Like, in Kenya, it's just being a billionaire, man. But talked to his wife. He actually looked at the email. He was like, wow. I still said no. And yeah, so much you had to wait 20 whole months. That is almost 2 years, like short of 4 months, it's 2 years, be in between gigs. And I'm thinking, it's at a juncture where he is, like, his life has transitioned in a big way. He has people who depend on him, and he's saying no to work and going into this direction which he doesn't know what that future holds. And that story really made me feel that, someone would say like 20 months is not a lot, but it's 20 months where you have options. You have options of saying yes to what you, like, going back on your word. But the conviction that was in that decision was very powerful, and he was like, not going back, I'll wait. And after he waited, he got all these new roles, all these new dramas, including the Oscar award-winning film. I think he won for Best Actor. Yeah, I'll have to check, but I think that was what he won it for. And after that, like, he was in Interstellar. He's been in like very iconic films, and to think that his decision related with this shift in his life, and he was set on not giving in or giving up. So, in many words, and my story about McConaughey, yeah, like, whatever you're waiting for, like, if God has put it in your spirit, when the right thing comes, you'll know it, you'll acknowledge it, you'll say yes to that. And even though the waiting feels tiring sometimes, just remember, as I started, like, sunny days will come. Rain doesn't last very long. And then lastly, yesterday I hung out with a friend of mine, and I can't even rephrase what she said, but she was like, things can change. Ata kesho, even tomorrow, like, things can change. Like McConaughey, even when he started, maybe, God had the power to change things after 2 months, but he had to wait. So in that season of waiting, I think wait with delight, wait with faith, wait with prayer, wait with a heart of obedience, and yeah, you'll be surprised what God has in store for you, and He doesn't disappoint. So that's it for today. Again, happy new month. Let this new quarter not daunt you that you haven't accomplished A, B, C, D, Z. Let this quarter be you thanking God for the little things, and looking forward for the things you have no idea He's going to do. So be blessed, and see you on the next episode of Assignments. And read your Bible, pray every day. Yeah, bye.